guys, it's Mary Gamble. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. Comment what you want to see in the next couple vlogs. But I'm here to make a vlog that was highly requested. I am going to go over my buying and selling and card flipping life and my routine of the week. So let's get into it. Good morning, guys. And so many of you commenting on selling and buying side of sports cards, so that's what we're gonna go into today. But before that, let's make coffee and make a smoothie. Let's go. Now I'm stuck on the page. It's my baggage checks, but it fading away. I'm tired of trying to sleep, but it's late. I'm up wide awake and I don't know what time is when you want. I would like to tell you all I'd like to pick up. Cheers. So good. My typical routine on Sundays or Mondays is to spreadsheet my cards that I bought over the weekend or I bought online the past week. What I'll do is like a template here, put my cards in column A, B, kind of what I paid for, C, what I kind of want in the market for it, kind of additional notes, additional columns, card ladder link to the actual sale of the card, whatever I need to know on my end. I procrastinated. I was watching the Commanders-Bucks game last night until late with my friend Jess, so we're spreadsheeting this morning. Today is kind of my catch-up day, but I was really excited to watch the Commanders-Bucks game. I put $100 on the Commanders and it did really well. At the time it was plus 130 and then I put another $50 when it plus 200, so worked on my end. But the game was just so intense the entire way through. I love games like that. It was so interesting to watch, and then the winning kick hit the field goal. Insane. It could have bounced out so easily and they would have gone into overtime, but still, you never know with that, because then if they went into overtime, it's literally whoever wins the coin flip, basically. So let me go do my spreadsheet. I'll explain after kind of where I was at on it. Getting the spreadsheeting. I have an entire Zion case, maybe 2 Zion cases full of cards, so it might take me a while. I spreadsheet all of my cards. I ask for a certain price. So my cards, I'm being completely transparent. You can't really be a full-time card collector if you're not going to flip some of the cards and some of the inventory. So I'll put all of the inventory I just bought, like at the show that I showed you guys, into the spreadsheet. I think I was around 125 cards this week of buying. I'll send this spreadsheet to my buyers and they'll go through it by the end of today or maybe tomorrow, and then I'll end up either dropping it off or shipping it out. I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments asking who buys my cards. Strongly recommend making connections in the hobby, going to shows, going to local shows, traveling as much as you can to the larger shows, because you'll make the connections of larger companies, whatever it might be, or people like individuals that want certain cards, and that is what my inventory is. Buying for them, I usually trying to buy liquid players around $30 to $800 per card. Sometimes I go a little bit over, but I'm always buying. DM me at Mary Gamble, send me pictures and prices. And as I'm waiting for the buyers to get back to me, I do a catch-up day of everything. I'll go to the gym. I need to do a bunch of laundry today. I'm gonna go get my nails done in the mix. And then as soon as they text me or I see that the sheet is done, I'll come back here. I can tell you guys of the profits, bought some for, what I sold some for, and then we can go from there. But with that being said, it is really sad that the sun isn't out today, but I'm gonna go get my nails done. So let's do a transition. Now we're going to the gym.
It's just no fair, I know well. Flowers in your hair, I still smell. Ring up, don't be strange. I know you feel the same, separate.
It's the next day. I'm going to the post office. I didn't get my laundry done yesterday, so I'm getting it done right now. Luckily, the post office is right next to the laundromat, so I'm gonna go in between losses. Just like I said yesterday, it is a little bit of a waiting game, so I was waiting for my buyer to get back to me to film the rest of this.
Fate is just no fair, you know well. I never wanna turn into a stranger.
Let's do an unboxing. Wemby Red Ice, Josh Downs Gold Prism Auto out of 10. Super sick. Embiid Helix, Wemby Green Hyper, Jamal Murray Downtown, and the Gigi Jackson Pink Ice. Ant Prism out of 75, Luca Presentations. Last package, Devonta Smith RPA out of 20, DK Metcalf Mystique Auto, Drake London Gold Sparkle, Bijan Micro Mosaic, and a Jimmy Brown 1960 Topps card in an SGC 5. I hope everyone's having a good day. Okay, so update. I did my laundry. I came back. Perfect timing. My buyer texted me that he finished my spreadsheet. So we're going to go through it. I'm going to time lapse that. I just made my bed, which is the best feeling ever to have a clean bed. So I'm so excited. All right, so I promised you guys that I would give you an update. I just did a little bit of a time lapse to show you guys because there's too many cards to go through in this whole video, but this is what I sold. And then I also sold these as well. So we sold a lot of cards. Look at all of this. I'm gonna go over like the top 3 profits. There are some weeks that there's like a substantial like number 1, number 2, number 3 that are like $100 profit. I didn't really notice any in here when I went through it, but I'll go over some of what I bought them for and what I sold them for. I'll tell you the ultimate total profit I made this week. I'm gonna first go over the 3 cards that I lost on, but I had been holding on for a while and they kind of lost value over the season based on performance, transparency, and being real. This isn't all profit. There's times where you won't get profit and that's okay. There's mistakes that can be made with valuing cards and that can happen too. So it is a risky business. Anthony Richardson, checker PSA 10, I paid $300. I sold for $250. This Stroud XRC, I bought for $325. I sold for $220. So I lost $100. Sauce Gardner Green Pulsar Auto, I bought for $105. I sold for $80. So I'm only losing $25 on it, but it still hurts when you lose. Okay, so I picked out 10 that I made profit on, so we'll go over what I bought them for and then when I sold them. It's Josh Jacobs Kaboom, I bought for $315, I sold for $350. Tuca Blue Wave, I bought for $150, I sold for $185. This Blastoise Hollow, I bought for $175, sold for $225. This Joe Burrow Genesis, I bought for $420, I sold for $470. Purdy Zoom, I bought for $270, I sold for $330. Another one with tiny margins, but profit is profit. Pitching Refractor, I bought for $540, I sold for $585. Murray Downtown, I bought for $320, I sold for $400. Pretty good. Bijan Micro Mosaic, I bought for $185, I sold for $225. MJ 1999 Masters card, I bought for $130, I sold for $170. Mickey Mantle 61 Topps card, I bought for $250, I sold for $315. So then this video is full transparency. You guys were requesting it like crazy. So we're going on to the total of the entire lot. It was 64 cards total. I sold for $10,138. Bought all of them for $8,557. The total profit was $1,581. This wasn't my best week. This is probably one of my lower end weeks, but I really wanted to give you guys a full video on the breakdown of kind of what I do with buying and selling. Everyone's kind of in the comments like, how do you make this your full-time job? Blah, 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 whatever. I'll be honest, when I travel, it's not very bougie. It might be a Spirit flight, it might be crashing with like 4 friends at the time. I try to minimize my expenses. I bring a lot of snacks with me to, lower the cost of even eating. Some weeks it is repetitive and some weeks it's exhausting, but it is rewarding at the end of the day for me. I would absolutely rather do what I do and go travel a lot, buy and sell cards, produce videos for you guys, then go sit at a miserable corporate job. I'm coming up on 1 year. I was thinking of doing a podcast on kind of my background and like me personally and maybe talking for 30 minutes straight on how I got into this, but I was at a miserable corporate job last year. I was crying every single day because my boss was terrible to me. I wanted to get out of it so bad. Went and traveled every single weekend. When I clocked out on Fridays, I would travel to a different show for the Saturday and Sunday and go back to the office on Monday. When I got laid off last year because of budget cuts, I set myself up, luckily, where I was like, you know what? I'm so tired of corporate America. I'm gonna take the month. I'm gonna see what my numbers are. If my numbers are okay, then maybe I can make this my full-time job. And I doubled my salary because I was so determined to get out of the corporate world. Just taking a toll on me. I'm 25. This is the time to take a risk. Really empower you guys to do the same. My DMs are open if you guys ever need any advice. It's not always perfect, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I do love what I do. Another thing, because I get a lot of comments being like, you can't afford this, blah, blah, blah. It took me so long. I spent every single day making content. I filmed probably 600 reels last year. I just started on YouTube, but I'm almost at my 100th video, including my shorts, is consistency. But not all of my income comes from buying and selling now. It's kind of a passion project of mine now because I get brand deals, which I am incredibly thankful for, and I could not get those without you guys. It definitely takes a little bit of the pressure off and makes me have fun with what I'm doing, and I get to bring you guys along with me. I would not be here and I would not be able to consistently do this as my full-time job if it wasn't for you guys. That being said, if you're not a content person, you can still make this your full-time job. The next couple videos, I kind of wanted to take you guys along talking about grading. Like maybe we'll go to PSA and make a video and I can give you the full rundown because I want to learn with you guys on what to look for with grading. Obviously, I know the centering, the corners, the edges. You will have an insane eye for it, like, oh, like this little smirk here, or ever look for. That is also what I've seen in the industry. People make their full-time jobs. So why don't we all deep dive it together? Thank you so much for all the support, and I truly mean it. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm so excited for this next year on YouTube. It's going to be super fun, and I have a lot in store for you guys. So I will see you later this week. Bye.
alone.